Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Soulfulpreneur Talk Radio with your hosts Rachel Archelaus and Megan Grandelmeyer. Merging spirituality and business on the Enlightenment Evolution Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soulfulpreneur Radio. Today is March 24th, 2015, and I am Rachel Archelaus, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Megan Grandelmeyer.
Hello, Rachel.
And today we have such an amazing show for you. We have Angelina Vilar, all the way from Australia. It is the crack of dawn where she is right now. And she's going to be talking to us about so many amazing things. Shamanism, being a psychic, coming out of your shell, and we'll get to her in just a moment. But right now I just want to let you know you're here because we offer you guests and tools to help you live a purposefully authentic, joy-filled life. And we talk to people who are living their dreams, being soulfulpreneurs. And you can call in and talk to us at 347-308-8788. We welcome your questions about your spiritual business or life purpose journey. And our guest today does readings, so you can call in and ask her a question or ask for some advice. The chat is open, and if you have a free account on Blog Talk Radio, you can come and talk to us live. Megan and I will be in there during the show answering your questions, or you can just give us comments. It's always a fun time in there. And you can find us at soulfulpreneur.com. And Soulful has 2 L's at the end, so we are so full of soul. You can also find us at Soulfulpreneur on Facebook.com and on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, and also in the Blog Talk Radio archives. All of our shows are archived, so you can find us everywhere, thus is. And we are part of the Enlightenment Evolution Network, which is a network for all things metaphysical. We've got a fabulous team of hosts. You can find updates on the Facebook page. Just search Enlightenment Evolution Network. And at the end of the show today, we will have some announcements for you so that you can get to know all the other hosts and what they offer. Just so you know, any opinions expressed on Soulfulpreneur Radio by us or our guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Enlightenment Evolution Network. So, Megan, are you super excited to talk to Angie today?
I am very excited. She has a fascinating story with her work, and I met her basically online, almost a year ago, and she has blossomed in huge ways. So I'm very excited to talk to her about that journey.
Yeah, me too. I'll get to how I know Angie in a bit, but I'd love to introduce you to her formally. Angie is a medium, a psychic clairvoyant, clairsentient. She has Reiki, Theta, and shamanic healing practices and is an intuitive artist. She's a certified intuitive artist, actually. She has a connection with the Creator, God, and a connection to Mother Earth, Pachamama. Angie helps people make steps to shift forward with guidance and energy clearing, and she offers photo healing through prayers, body scanning, and can see past lives and guides, and animal guides too. So without further ado, we will bring on Angie so she can tell you more about herself and this amazing journey that she's been on. Angie?
Hi, Angie. Do we have you on? There she is.
Hi, how are you?
We're wonderful.
How
are
great.
you?
Oh, I'm really excited. It is still dark outside. And I'm so excited to talk to you both. You are both wonderful, so I'm just so excited just to see what Spirit has in mind, getting me on your show and just talking about things. And I've been shuffling some cards just to see what messages is for everyone that's listening today too. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
Oh, that's awesome. We're so happy that you're here. So what do your cards say to you? Is there an overall message for the show and for people who are calling?
I really think that I think one of the main things is about what Megan said just before. It's just about telling everybody about my manifestation, and also about everybody believing in their inner voice, and that they're all ready for a change. So I think that's the main message for today. Just to be work. That's what we're going to be talking about, I think, because just to be paying attention to themselves and belief in their own inner voices and powers, and they can do anything they set their minds to, because they're the creators of everything, of their own world. So let's see.
Beautifully said.
Oh, thanks.
So I've known you for a long time, Angie, and we've kind of grown up together in the business sense. You've seen me from when I was just doing, really just doing the intuitive art and the psychic work before I started teaching business. And we really connected. Yeah. And so I've known you, but I didn't know you beforehand. So why don't you give us the story of how you came to know yourself as, this really gifted person, and as Megan said, how you went from knowing that to actually really embodying and doing that, because I know that journey was really profound.
Yeah. I think that, I've always had, my abilities to know things beforehand, and but I didn't feel that I could express it. So growing up, I didn't feel that I could tell my mum or dad about it. And plus, I really didn't know what it was. I just felt that I was having a lot of deja vu things, and also I just could always tell how people were. By the age of 12, my parents changed from being Catholic to Jehovah's Witnesses, so my life completely changed, and so did my relationship with God, because I always felt like I had a very strong connection, almost like a friendship, and I always felt like I could communicate with God very easily at a young age, and but changing to Jehovah's Witness sort of like changed everything. It made everything go quiet, and that sounds strange, but it did, because of the belief system. It just didn't feel right, and for me, I tried to please my parents for many years, and I didn't break out of that until I was 24, and by that stage I was already married at 19, had a child at 21, and then one day I just had enough, and I left everything, and I knew that I was going to leave my family, because leaving that religion would mean me losing everybody. But I took that chance, and also I had that fear, because my parents told me, if you leave the religion, you're leaving God. But something inside me said that wasn't true, and I took a leap of faith. I jumped, and I took my daughter and myself from Queensland and to Sydney, which is a long trip, and we really didn't have much money. We only had government pay, so and I went to a friend's house, and I just started with nothing, and then I just bought my first deck of tarot cards, and I bought my runes. I was deep down inside, I just knew I could do it. I don't know how, but I just did, and I just started communicating, and I taught myself, and that was my first part of the journey. So it's been a long ride, but it's been exciting, and I've got a lot to thank Rachel for everything, because I feel that meeting you've brought me out of my shell. It's like I always used to be able to do readings, but I was very shy in my shell, and I didn't have belief in myself. I couldn't see, I compared myself so much to everybody else. Oh, look, they're doing that, they must be better than me. And but that's not the point. The point is that we all have a special gift, and we all have something that to be able to help others. And I feel that with Rachel, the way that she has set up this soul-centered business boot camp has been amazing for me, because with your gift, Rachel, you've been able to guide me, to say, it's okay to jump. It's okay to take chances. It's okay to look more deeper inside yourself to see what blockages we had. And they're just amazing tools that I've personally have a lot to say thank you, from the bottom of my heart. And I wish I had those tools when I was younger, because I think I would have just found myself a lot more earlier. So.
Well, you're very welcome, but, even though the tools are there, not everyone uses them in the same way. So you really deserve the credit for that. And really, Megan and I were speaking earlier, and she met you in a time when you had no photos of yourself, and you were terrified of having your picture taken. And now your picture is everywhere, and, you've had professional photo shoots and everything. So, and I would love to hear that shift. I know that there was that pivotal moment for you where you declared that you would no longer hide. And that story really moved me. Would you mind telling that to everybody?
I actually was starting to get, it's like almost being in a cocoon for such a long time, and you start to get tired of not being seen, and you start growing out of that shell. Nobody can see you for who you are, but that's just that was just an illusion. That's my perspective on how the situation was, and I think that's what we all get stuck into. Our perspective on what reality is. People can see us, but it's just us. We can't see us, and I got tired of not feeling like not being seen, and feeling like I'm not being heard, and my abilities not being appreciated. And I actually went to a sweat lodge, and I talked to my guide. It was just me and them, and I'm a bit claustrophobic, and I just pushed myself. I went, no, I'm doing this, and I went right to the back of the sweat lodge, and I just sat there, and I said to my guides, okay, it's you and me. Okay, it's you and me. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I'm going to fight the fear, and I'm going to break through. And when I got out of there, I felt it. I knew it was a new day. That was it. I broke through. And I finally got everything that you said to me, and I pushed myself, and I jumped. I said, don't think, just listen and work with your guides. That's all I did. And because the more that I thought about it, the more I procrastinated, and I've been procrastinating for such a long time, and it's just a waste of time. And every time they showed me something, I would do it. If they showed me an idea or an inspiration, I would act on it instead of just waiting. Because for me, I think that I'm hard on myself. So we're all more harder on ourselves because we want perfection. And, you say, oh, that newsletter's never going to come out because I don't think it looks right. Well, try to do it as best as you can, but get it out there. You always have more time to make it perfect later. Same goes with, do your first workshop. Create it, make it the best that you can do it, but, you'll perfect it within time. I think we just get stuck in our heads with everything. So for me, that's where I feel that, if I had to take an advice, with someone, it would be, if it's scary, sometimes it's the thing that we're supposed to be doing. Just jump. Take the chance. What's the worst that could happen? So, yeah. So that's just me blabbing on. But, yes, that's what I feel like I'm doing.
So the sweat
but
lodge
I know
sounds
some
fascinating.
Oh, sorry, Megan.
Sorry. Go ahead, Rachel.
I just wanted to bring up that, so after you made that declaration, you did some really big things. Like you started going to conventions, you met big people, and it really worked. Your declaration really, you really got out there. It wasn't just a little bit of getting out there, you really got out there.
Yes, I know, and so many people have been surprised and like, oh my God, Angie. But it's not just, oh my God, Angie, just, once in a blue moon. It's continuous. You never stop. And I feel like it's, since I started working with my guides, one-on-one, okay, it's you and me, guys, as a team, I feel like they're the ones opening all the doors for me. So I've done expos or interviews, and I've just been offered so many things, from one thing to another, to the point that I have to stop and just have a look and say, oh, whoa, I don't know if I want to do that, which is great, because you just want to get to that stage that you have offers. You have people saying, do you want to come to our expo? Do you want to get on stage? Are you, Angelina, would you like to do a workshop and things like that? And that's what's been happening. And I'm like, yeah, okay, even though I'm scared. But I'm taking the chances because I have that belief and that faith that they're putting me there to talk to someone else. So, it's getting out of my head of the fact that I'm the one giving somebody else a message that might be able to help them break out of their shell, or be able to help them heal, or give them some kind of hope for the future. And I have to just say, it's not about you. Just get out of your head, and, people will just be drawn to you because they're meant to be drawn to you. So all that kind of thinking to myself, and also positive thinking, positive words, a lot of affirmations, so a lot of inner work within myself has helped me. That's what I feel.
So, Angie, when you did the sweat lodge, you
Yes.
talking about talking more one-on-one with your guides, did you have a relationship or communicate with your guides before that, or was the sweat lodge a big opening for you where that line of communication really started? And what does that feel like when you communicate?
Well, I've always had a relationship with my guides. I think it's been developing throughout the years. So this is a long time. This is like 16 years, 17 years. That and doing the readings, you have a relationship with them already. But the thing is that I wasn't trusting them and paying attention to them with them showing me where to go. So because I would get in my head about it, maybe of me not being good enough to do something, I wasn't listening to them. So I think me talking to them in the sweat lodge, and because it's pure, there's nothing, you can't see anything in there. It's just heat, and it's just a moment of you actually just talking to spirit and just saying, okay, I want to work with the both of it, with all of you. It's just tell me what to do, show me, and I'm doing it. I'm not going to procrastinate about it. And that's what I did. And I feel that everybody should know their guides. I feel that everybody should be able to have all the tools and knowledge, because they will guide you. They will help you step by step, and it's just, it brings you that much joy, that much happiness, being working with them, one-on-one, instead of always living in doubt and fear of yourself, not listening, if that makes any sense.
So what would you give as a suggestion to people to get in touch with their guides or to improve that communication? Because not everybody's going to be able to go to a sweat lodge.
Yes.
So is there something we can do at home, or?
Meditation. Meditation is the best thing. And if most of you are intuitive, I would suggest people start buying maybe a deck of oracle cards, because then you're going to start distinguishing the difference between what they're telling you. You'll pull out a few cards. You would have already, tried to connect with them, and then you would start saying, oh, what the card said was true. So there's different voice to your own head, and you know that it's them. So you're starting to develop a relationship with them. Meditation, I love the drum journey meditation, and there you can find yourself in all the realms, your different helping spirits, which is with your animals, or whether it's, your human form, guide. And I feel that is an exciting and amazing journey, doing drum journeys, So not only will it help you ground yourself, especially if you're trying to develop yourself psychically, but it will help you see them, have a different feel for them in your meditation. You will feel them or see them or hear them, and that is another step, to get closer to them.
So is a drum journey meditation like something that we can listen to like on YouTube or get a CD or how? Okay.
Yeah. I love Sandra Ingerman. She's fantastic, and I've done courses with her too. And I just feel that the drum is a wonderful tool. I'm also trying to get children to use it at a young age, because it's a healing tool too. So it's fantastic for to be able to get into, because it's a repeated drum beat, and the repeated drum beat gets you almost like into a state of trance, so you fall deeper into your meditation to be able to get there quicker, pretty much, And I feel that with the drum circles, it's also what I said before about the healing part. But teaching children at a young age, they grow up with it. So, for an example, I teach them to like a smudge stick, So the vibration throughout the whole house actually clears the whole house of any bad energies. Sorry, my daughter woke up. Yeah.
Are there different kinds of drums, or is there a drum that you would point us to if we're beginners?
No, I just think that you should just go out and, if you can, I don't know how it is over there in America, but like here in Australia, you'd be able to find yourself somebody that is a drum maker, and I would suggest for you to be able to go and make it yourself, because you create a connection with the drum, with the hide, because you're working with that helping spirit, that, and whatever that drum actually signifies is the helping spirit, because you honor it. That's the thing. You're honoring the animal, and you're thanking it for working it with you. And I find it such an honor, because the person that's coming to you, whether it's a client or whether it's yourself, that you just want to develop certain skills. Or, for example, if you chose a deer, you honor the deer. Thank you so much, for coming and onto this earth and working with me. And you're going to try to maybe have the gift of seeing other people's soul, or maybe it's because you need to be a little bit more gentle. So everything has a meaning to it, but it's also helping you too. So if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm rambling.
No, it totally does. And I used to go to a spiritual center in my area, and they did have a drum making class, and it's my one regret that I didn't actually go and do it because the drums were beautiful, and it was like a process, like you said, and by the end you really are a part of that drum, and that drum is a part of you. So
yes,
it's great.
Yeah, and even just drumming onto your throat, say your throat area, so you're drumming up high, and you're drumming. See, with the drum, it's always about intentions, and if you're drumming, say your throat area, if you're having trouble trying to communicate and having trouble trying to speak, to others and that, you're opening up that throat chakra. So you drum into that, the vibration starts clearing it up, and also you're using intention because that's what you'd want it to do. So the other day I was very honoured to be asked, in front of a whole festival to drum, and because I made a huge mother drum to drum for everyone. So to set the intention and clear of the whole area of any negative energies that are around, and also to calm everybody down because there's a lot of stall holders, doing crystals and everything else, but everybody's nervous because they're starting work, and so they asked me just to get on stage and just start drumming and set the intention. So I love it. It's, I finally found my passion, and I think that's what it's all about, finding what you truly, are meant to do. And I feel I'm truly meant to be on earth to help others, to heal, to help them shift. And when you find that within yourself, you're just happy. It's just, I don't know, I feel like my life has completely changed. I'm, on top of the world because it's like I found my pot of gold. I found the key to doing everything, if that makes any sense.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're living from your heart, and I've just watched you just through Facebook and through your interactions, and just watched you blossom. So, yeah, it's really inspirational. It's awesome.
Thank you.
That's amazing. We have a lot of callers. Angie, are you up for answering some questions?
Yeah, sure.
All right, awesome. So why don't we go to the person who's been holding the longest? We have a couple of people who called in
15 minutes before. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really sweet. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to 313-960.
Hi, how are you, ladies?
Hi. Great, how are you?
How are you, ladies? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. My name's Sherelle. I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan. And I had a question regarding a relationship. Is that okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I was wondering, when do you pick up on my friend, and do you see him contacting me soon?
I didn't understand that. What was that?
I was wondering, do you pick up anything regarding my friend, and when would I hear from him soon?
What's his name?
Sam.
Sam. Okay.
Yes. And how does he feel about me being his friend? Or
okay. Okay, I'm just pulling out the cards just to see. Are you a little bit intuitive yourself?
I'm sorry?
Are you a little bit intuitive yourself?
I think so. I think I am.
Yeah, because I just, as I was pulling out the cards, I just saw a little bit of purple, and I feel like you're going through a bit of transformation yourself. So let's just go with what the guides are talking about. You know, you're asking about Sam.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. But I just feel like there's just been some kind of loss, whether it's now or in the past, with you. And I just feel like, what you truly wish for is just this, creating this balance, of harmony within yourself, which I feel that you have that. And I also feel that, you've gone through so much in this lifetime that, you're, how can I say it, you're starting to create your destiny, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yes.
And but I just feel like, you need to look within yourself. So we're still asking about you and Sam, okay? But I just feel like, they want you to start looking within yourself, okay? And there's, healing that has been done, okay? And also just you're going to start seeing things a little bit more clearly, if that makes any sense to you. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. And I actually feel that, you need to start speaking up a little bit more, because it's showing me the blue, with communication and everything else. You've come from a long line of,
yes.
wise people.
I think I am intuitive, just to give you confirmation.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all have a great, pleasant day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wonderful. Thank you, Angie. That was great.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to take another question?
Yeah, that'll be great. Yes.
Okay. Good. We have someone that's been waiting a while. I'm going to go to 770888.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. This is Sandy. How are y'all?
Great, Sandy.
Hello.
Thanks for calling. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. I was just wanting to ask a quick question. I guess it's quick. When you're having, my parents were in their late 80s. I know they're not going to change. But how do you make peace with them where they will cooperate?
I love this
That's
question. I could ask the same question.
I figured you could.
Yeah. Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Fine.
I think that by learning Reiki myself, and also I think we all have problems with family one way or another, and sometimes talking to them on the physical plane, of us like humans, that we just can't seem to communicate with them in that way. Sometimes I like to send them light, so it's energy, everything with energy, and also sometimes I've gone to talking to their higher self. So I feel that I've seen so many things by especially me doing healings, that energy, sending energy to people, love and energy and wanting peace and talking to your guides for communication to open up a lot more. I've seen great results with things like that. Sometimes it does take time, but I do believe that faith has got a big thing to do with it too, because I've seen a lot of shifts within people, and sometimes sisters that haven't talked for a long time, if you send distant healing or, talk to your guides and say, I'd like the relationship to change, I'd like to start sending light and love, to them, and also maybe find a way for communication to open up even more. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, and you know, my aunt just passed over several months ago, and that's my mom's sister. And I keep trying to communicate with her to try to get her to communicate with my mom. You know?
Yeah.
And,
well,
and I just
oh, sorry. Yes.
Just don't know.
Yeah. Well, just before you started talking, they kept on pointing me to my mediumship cards, and I pulled one out, and I felt that somebody had passed over, and the message was about giving yourself time and be kind to yourself and heal in your own way. If that relates to you, and be creative in looking to build and grow and manifest for yourself to create the life that you want. Because I feel that you're trying to do changes anyway.
Oh, I've got lots of changes going on. I think
so
this
wonderful.
is one of those lifetimes, you know.
Yeah. But I just feel that I feel that people, how can I say it? Sometimes their mindset doesn't let them see what is happening around them. So I feel that's with your family, but I think that that she's around, and it's just sometimes we don't choose to see things that are around, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. So especially with them. So, but sometimes you have. How can I say? I just think that you think differently to them. Yeah.
Sometimes what?
I think that you think differently to them. I think that you see things in a different level to them. So
yeah.
So yes, that's what I see. But you're supported, and and you also, as you clean and clear both inside and out, they're supporting you.
Okay.
Well, great.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Angie. And thanks,
Sandy,
Sandy, for
for
calling in.
Pleasure talking to you, Sandy. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. So, Angelina, tell us a little bit about your journey into shamanism and what that entails. Rachel and I were talking about that. We both, we're not experts at all when it comes to shaman work, and I believe you had like a special teacher or somebody that came to you to teach. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've had. I think I've been very lucky this lifetime to be taught by two people. One lovely lady, and I consider her a friend now, and she's Australian, and she does the Native American, but she also does Hawaiian shamanic practices. And I actually went to one of her meditation classes, and that was it. But prior to that, maybe 16 years ago, I had gone to someone, and I think the first time that the drum, beat my heart, that was my first calling to it, and I searched for it for such a long time. So then when I met this lovely teacher, she introduced me to the shamanic world, which I absolutely love. So I've learned, things through the native way, but also the Hawaiian way, which is really beautiful. And then I was lucky enough to meet a wonderful medicine man that is in Sydney, and he's South American. So he does, he's a curandero, which is just a Spanish way of just saying medicine man. And he didn't have any children, so he actually found me through my mother-in-law that had gone to see him, and I think she's gone and said, my daughter-in-law could actually tell by scanning my body that I had something, and she had the shingles, right? And I described it and everything, and he just said, could you do you want to tell her to come and meet me? And if she wants, I will teach her. So this is what I'm saying. It's like I feel very blessed in this lifetime because I've been offered so many things for free and I think it's just because I'm meant to be in service for others. Same goes with the theatre healing. I went to see the theatre teacher, and she just said, "Well, we're supposed to, donate, something to people." And I feel that, my guides are saying that we should give you this course for free. And this is like a $500 course. I don't think I would have ever done it because it was just out of my pocket range at the time. And but her guides told her that I needed it, which is fantastic because I've been combining my shamanic practices, Reiki, and theta healing all in one go. And I just see what the clients need, and I just pull out whatever I need to pull out, and just say, okay, I think you need this. So yeah.
Very cool. So I've got a question. So yeah. I love that you listen to your guides, and now you've kind of moved your little mind out of the way and you follow their advice. But do you also couple that with like visioning for your future? Do you have a sense of where you're going, or are you really just in that flow with them?
I feel like it's a combination of things because I feel that there's a lot of things that I've been manifesting and certain things that I want, and I visualize it, and I sort of like say, okay, well, this is where I want to be. And it's sort of like that's my request to the universe and my request to my guides. And in a short period of time, they will make it happen sooner or later. And for an example, I would like to run a retreat. I would like to do camping and also teaching people out in nature. But I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to do this? I don't have the money. I don't have the property. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to wait years. But that being said, I just sort of like said, okay, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just putting it out there. And I had this lovely lady that I had met, about a year ago, come to my house and say, hi, Angie, I've been seeing that you've been doing so great. And she goes, I'm going to be running a retreat. She goes, my partner bought me all these acres. There's nothing on it at the moment, but if you like to, you can buy yourself, rent yourself a few portaloos and start doing retreats there if you like. And I went, okay. Okay. So things happen, and I feel that faith and trust have a big thing to do with it. I think sometimes we think to ourselves, oh, yeah, that's how on earth is that going to happen? But it's because we're trying to think in our human way, how is it going to happen? So if you get yourself out of that, how it is going to happen, you're going to actually just start saying, okay, I'll leave that up to them, and it's going to present itself in so many different ways that I could never imagine. I could never imagine somebody coming to me and saying, well, why don't you run your retreats from, my place? And it's not far away either. I think it's about 20 minutes from here. So you just never know. Yes, it's not my property, but it's somebody else's. But the point is I asked for a place that I could run retreats, that I can do camping from, that it's in nature, and they've ticked the boxes and said, here you go. So
that's beautiful, yeah.
She's a fast manifester, Rachel.
Mhm. Yes. And I know that you also have a really supportive partner. I always loved hearing that your husband was just saying, okay, it's time, you can do this. And even just hearing that from you, it kind of makes me feel like I got a hug too. It's like he's supporting you and everybody. Do you find that that's been really helpful on your journey?
Oh, yes. He's just someone that I have always known that I was going to end up with. He, to me, is my soulmate, and he's my best friend. I trust him completely. He's so good to me. I used to be in a bad, marriage, and then him coming into my life. Well, I knew him when I was a teenager. It's a long story, but I knew him when I was a teenager, and then we found each other again when I was about 27, 28, and from that moment, he wasn't going to let me go, and I wasn't going to let him go. But he has always believed in me, and has always been supporting me. When we go to festivals, because I sell my drums, and sometimes I do my readings. If some certain expos, I just go by myself and do readings. But there's others that he comes with me, and because he does log furniture too, and he helps me. We pack it all up, and and we take it there, and he takes the times. Like if I've got a reading, he takes the time, the name, and everything, and he stays with me all day long. And he works from Monday to Friday as a carpenter, so he's tired himself, but he's always believed in me, and he has a saying. He goes, "You're just the avatar," He goes, "You're a little avatar. You just don't know it yet."
Aww.
I know.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. He just sees it in me, and I needed that. So he doesn't hold me back with anything to do with my spirituality, which is fantastic, because I just say to him, "Well, I've already asked my guys, so it's all taken care of. It's okay." He goes, "All right, okay, well," and he just believes in it too. So I think it's also because he's seen me work at it. He's also seen all the results and everything. So it just, I don't have to worry about it. I can just do my own thing. I think that if I had someone that was feeling insecure or was feeling like, oh, she's not paying enough time, to me or the house, or, if he sees that I'm very, very busy, he's that fantastic, he'll start with the cooking, or he'll, give something for my daughter to eat, or he'll just, give her a bath, or, do you know what I'm saying? So he's just that supportive to me, so he's
That's
fantastic.
Terrific. Yeah. No, that's great. So, just a question just popped into my mind. Are your children intuitive? Do they have gifts like you?
Yes.
How has that been?
Yes, they are. I've got an older daughter that's 20, and she's a mother, and she's got a little one too. And my daughter, she's grown up, all her life seeing me do cards, and so she's always, been in my world, and she's actually joined up with me just recently. She's going to do the makeup part of it, and I'm just going to be doing readings. And she goes, "Mum, why don't we do this together?" But she does cards herself, and she's very good at it too. And my youngest one, that's 6 years old, she loves the drums. She's a little medicine woman. She just loves all those things, but she's very intuitive herself. And I've been told that the grandbaby is the one that she can see a lot more, maybe more than I can. And which is fantastic, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's all in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hear that the kids are being born today and in the last 10, 15 years are much more open. So I was just curious if you found that with your kids, and how nice that they have such a supportive environment to grow up in, to experience all that.
Yeah. Well, I feel that both of them, they can express themselves, and and also have that freedom to talk about, what they feel, what they see, and even though that I'm mum, my daughter, she just trusts what I actually say to her, because she knows that sometimes I'm not just saying it from an emotional point of view. Things she knows that I'm saying it. It's my guides, trying to help her out with certain decisions that she has to make, and also whether she needs healing and things like that. But I am a strong believer that the children that are coming in now, a lot of light workers need help, and I'm also writing a book, and I feel that the book that I'm writing is a tool. It's the kind of book that I would have wanted when I was younger. If I had all the knowledge and all the tools, life would be so much more different. But I think that everybody needs, all the younger ones right now and the ones that are going to be born are just going to be set. The tools were given to them, and they got great work to be done, in this world. So it's exciting, and I'm glad that I'm part of it, because it's great to be part of something so great, especially for humanity. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And Angie, did you ever have resolution with your birth family? Because you talked about when you were young having to leave the religion and so forth. Did that work out or for you, or are you not with them anymore?
Well, they're restricted to talking to me. Like, my brothers and sisters don't have anything to do with me. Mum talks to me, but she talks to me sort of like hidden, and which is sad, because I can just see that she's in her box and she will never get out of that box, and I can't change anything about it. But even though that is sad, she has some kind of clue that of what I do, because she just doesn't know. She doesn't know all of this side to me. I only tell her what I need to tell her, and only it's because I don't want to hurt her, and I feel that the time is going to start coming that she's going to know. But that's okay, because if that's the next chapter, that's fine. That's what she needs to. That's part of something that she's got to go through, and I've got to go through. But it'll be good. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's great. It's just something in a small way that I deal with, especially in the past few years, because my life has shifted so much into the spiritual, and my family is not at all that way, so it's been hard. So I just wondered how that worked out for you. But like you said, everybody's on their own journey. It's not my job to wake anybody up.
No.
But but you do need to be with people. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it'll be easy for me to try to say to her, everything that you've been taught is not true. But I just don't feel that that it's my job, to tell her. I think that if she needs to wake up, she will. And I don't think she needs any more arguments or grief and things like that. I've never tried to talk her out of it, because she truly believes in what she believes in. And and I'm happy just seeing her for 2 seconds on Skype.
There you go. That's awesome. Rachel, we do have we have a few more callers. I know we have one other person that's been waiting a really long time. Angie, do you have time to stay on a few more minutes?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Why don't we bring on 518-328?
Hi, how are you? I'm Tammy.
Hi. Say your name again.
Angie.
Tammy?
Yes.
Great. Well, thanks for waiting so long. Do you have a question for Angie?
Sure. Hi, Angie.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. I am great. I love your stories, by the way. It sounds a little like me, just that I'm in, like, stage 1.
I didn't catch your name because it's breaking up for whatever reason. It's like a bad connection.
It's Tammy.
Pam?
Tammy.
Tammy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to know if you could give me a little bit of guidance as to where I just started my journey about a year ago. I started doing some healing, and I just want to see if you can see where I'm going with this within, like, the next year or so. I want to do a healing practice.
Okay. I actually got my, the Life Purpose card out. So let's see what they're saying. I actually feel one of the cards that actually popped out, and I feel like I've got to say it first, is that it's time to make a decision.
Okay.
And you're also protected if you wanted to make some changes within your work, like career. And,
okay.
I do see that, your purpose is to bring love and light into this world. So, you're a beautiful light, healing light for others. But I actually feel there's a lot to you, a lot to discover about you, which is fantastic. Do you work with crystals?
I do.
You do, yeah, because I feel like there's that connection, and it actually heightens your psychic part of you when you use them, and you use it for healing too.
Yes.
Yes, you do. And have you ever thought about writing a book?
I have, but I don't know where to start.
Well, don't worry about that too much because you'll be guided. You'll be guided with the information that you're going to write about, and it'll help others. And but I do feel that there's two guides actually helping you with this, if that makes any sense. And I feel that you're stronger than what you think that you are, and but you have guidance. So I feel like, have you been a bit stressed?
Yes, for about a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
With
I
direction.
I just think that you need to let go and start trying to connect maybe more to Earth. So having that groundedness will be great for you, and also it heightens your ability psychically too. And you have also a great connection with animals. But you have options to make. You actually have options in this lifetime, what kind of career, what you would like to do. And also working with flowers, whether you like having flowers in your house or like going into the garden and things like that. Flowers are great medicines for you, if that makes any sense. And yeah, and also, do you like being creative? Like painting or drawing and things like that.
I love to, but I don't know how to. I just doodle.
Oh, doodle. I just think that you have that creative side about you, and maybe you want to take a course with Rachel doing intuitive drawing because, you'd be good at things like that because they're saying there is that, artist part, creative side to you to discover, which is really good for you. And your life purpose also involves traveling. So that's what I feel with you. So there's good things coming about, but I just feel like, the decisions, I would say there's 3 decisions out there for you. One that just seems a little bit more further away, but 2 more in your grasp at the moment. And I think that you need to connect a little bit more with Earth. That's what they keep on repeating.
Okay.
I hope that helps
that.
at least a little.
It does. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for calling. Bye.
Thanks for calling.
Wow, what a beautiful reading. Angie, you get so much, and I just feel like you just get in the flow and you're getting more and more. It's beautiful to listen to.
Oh, thanks. After you just sort of like get over the nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love how they just give all this information. And the cards that I actually pulled out for everyone that was listening at the beginning of the show was about connecting to nature. So that's so wonderful that we just said that to Tammy. And it's like one of the first cards was about, pay attention to the birds, nature that is around you, because everything speaks to you and tells you messages. And also to listen to your inner voice and try to, because your inner voice is trying to guide you, so it's your intuition, trust yourself. And I feel everyone is ready for a change of scenery and time to explore. So that was the main message, for everyone today. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent. I love it. I've had several readings with Angie, and they've always really shown me new parts of where I could go in life, and almost been challenges of like, okay, Rachel, you're ready for this now. And she's really been pivotal in giving me that confidence to go to the next level. And she does offer readings if you don't have time to get yours done here at whispers-fromabove.com. So she does have the ability to give you a reading, no matter where you are. So don't feel like you're getting left out if we don't get to you today. Great. Yeah. Do you want to take another one, Angie?
Oh, yeah. If there's another one, and there's still time, sure.
Okay, great.
Let's see. So we have someone where we don't have a phone number, but it's Hanny71.
Hello. Hi there.
Hi,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna, you're breaking up just a little bit.
Can you hear me better now?
I think that's a little better.
I'm talking via Skype, so that's why it might be breaking up.
Okay. Great. Do you have a question for Angie?
Well, I don't know, Angie, if you want a specific question, or if I can just ask for a general reading.
Okay. Let me see. If you wanted a specific question, it'll be good if that's what you like. Or otherwise, I'll just pull out a few cards and see what your guides actually want to tell you. Okay. So all right. Okay. I feel like there's some emotional healing that has been done, or maybe needs to be done. Okay, because I feel like it's time for you just to let go of anything that has been. But I feel like it's also physical within you. And they're also saying to you that there's some financial healing that is around you. So any kind of struggles that you've been having within money, it's a thing of the past. It'll be a thing of the past. And also they're just saying that it's time to make a decision. So you can move forward now. But I feel like you need to use your intuition with certain things, because I feel like they're asking you to open up your third chakra a lot more. If you haven't been doing it, then they're asking you to start doing it. So they're asking you to start using it. So whether you're clairvoyant and you can actually start seeing things already, but they're saying that this is a wonderful tool for you to do. It'll help you heal too, because I feel like you've already done some kind of work already in the past. And they just want you to reach for the stars. They want you just to be happy, and you deserve only the best. Okay? And just focus on what you want. If that makes any sense.
That makes very much a lot of sense. I've been going on a process of trying to heal myself, but I'm still in that process. And me and my partner, my boyfriend, actually, we have a really good relationship, but there are little things from his past that is actually also that he has to heal. And now we're going together to see somebody, which I think is fantastic. He wants to do that.
Yeah.
And the big vision is actually two things. One is to change jobs and to really find what's going to make me happy, and we also want to move in together. And these are decisions, big ones, for both of us.
Yeah. Yes. They're just saying, you know, that you just need to let go of anxiety. Okay, just let go of any anxiety, and just, you know, just listen to your guides, and you know, hear your intuition while it's trying to tell you. There's new things coming, you know, there's new ideas coming too, sort of like just the beginning of things, and they just want you to simplify your life, make things more simple for yourself, and don't do anything you don't want to do. You know, just don't let others, you know, push you into making decisions. Just do what you feel. You know, you're a very wise soul, I want to say, okay? And, you know, the fact that, you know, they're showing me that you're clairvoyant and they want you to start opening up to you. If you haven't ventured out into this part of it, I would suggest that you would, because I think that you'd be fantastic at it, because you just need to believe in yourself. If that makes any sense, because I do.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult to, you know, talking about anxiety and all that. It's difficult to sometimes separate what is intuition and what is fear and what is anxiety, you know, or stemming from fear. For example, with relationships or moving in together, we both been very cautious. And then in the beginning of the relationship, I was trying to figure out, is this intuition, is it fear? And as it goes along, you start understanding. And with the clairvoyance, I've never really tapped into it. I've been extremely interested in it. It's always been attracted, you know, or it attracts me.
Yeah.
That's something I look into. Yeah. Very interesting.
Well, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
suggest that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great, Angie, and you know, maybe you even want to contact Angie for a more thorough reading at her website, which will get you that info at the end of the show.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for talking.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, Angie, do you have any parting words for us or any advice that you'd want to give people who maybe are, you know, it seems like there's a theme here. We're all trying to find our next level. Callers have been asking about, you know, how do they really find their groove? Do you have any advice for people who are in that position?
I just feel that you just need to communicate with your guides. Just jump, you know, when it comes to, you know, things that you know that you want to do, and just trust, you know, that you're going to be leaded, you know, to the right path, because they will light your path. They will light your path. They won't, you know, let go of your hand. You know, everybody has, you know, such a great support team on the other side, and they will help you find what you need to find. Everybody has such greatness within themselves that you just need to believe and try to see that about yourself, because everyone is, you know, uniquely different and wonderful. We all have a purpose in this life, and once you find it, you know, that will be the key to your happiness. Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Beautiful. It does, yeah. And that often requires a declaration that you're going to get over your fear, or that you're going to not let the anxiety come up, because there is a difference between letting yourself be guided and then letting yourself stay where you are just because you're not willing to go there. So yeah, it can be difficult, but like you're a great example of, just make the choice that that's where you're going and allow the process to happen. So I really appreciate you sharing your story with us. And is there anywhere else you would want to send people who want to learn more about you?
I have the Whispers from Above on Facebook. If everybody, it's great just to know where I'm at, and also, you can actually, there's a link there to my webpage if anybody wants a reading from there, and yeah, because I've got also a closed up group, that people can ask questions, and also I put out, whether it's information of the month or, so it's a great way to connect with others of like-minded, so through my Facebook, I think.
Great. So Whispers from Above on Facebook, and whispers-fromabove.com.
Yeah, it's Whispers from Above 73, actually. Yeah, on Facebook.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here, Angie. It's been such a pleasure knowing you, and I think Megan might want to say something too.
Yeah, no, I think it's been really great to connect with you, and I'm looking forward to getting a reading here, I think sooner than later. You just have such a positive vibe, and I'm so happy that you've blossomed in this way. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and good morning from Australia.
Yes.
Yes, good morning to you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks, Angie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's just so sweet. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really good advice, really beautiful readings. And I love that she has this huge toolbox of healing techniques, and she just seems to use the one that particular person needs. It's not one size fits all, so that really makes her very unique and amazing.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, very, very talented woman. And see how much the world would have lost out if she did not decide to step up.
Right.
It's amazing. So thank you, Angie, for doing the work, because a lot of people would have missed out on the messages that you've been able to provide them, including me.
And if you're interested in the program that Angie did, it is the Soul-Centered Business Boot Camp, and you can find a link to that if you go to the soulfulpreneur.com website. Up at the top in the banner area, there's a link to that program, and there's some free stuff up there, and you can kind of watch some of the videos and check that out. You got to be ready to do the work. There's no magic do this one thing, but Angie is just living proof that when you do that work, big things can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. And she's still in there, so if you join in, you can talk to her directly in our private Facebook group. So
yeah,
it's definitely a great program for light workers looking to really, start their journey. Awesome. Well, thanks, Megan, for another wonderful show. Big news coming up next month. We have Sonia Choquette joining us, which is going to be amazing.
Yes.
And Daniel Scranton and I are actually teaching a class on how to connect with your spirit guides 4 different ways this Friday. And if you want to learn more about that, you can just check out our Facebook page, and I'll put all the information up there for you. So we're keeping it in the network, teaching classes together. It's going to be really great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. All right, well, I will play the announcements, and we will talk to you next week. Thank you so much for joining us, and much, much love to you.
Hi, this is Karen Newman from the show About Oneness, and here's what's coming up on the week starting on Monday, February the 9th until Sunday, February the 15th on the Enlightenment Evolution Network 1 and 2. Simply put, Rob Gauthier, founder of the EEN and the host of the show that started it all, the Enlightenment Evolution Hour, has put together the greatest metaphysical radio network ever. 7 days a week we have shows that will aid you on your path to enlightenment, evolution, and ascension. On EEN1, Monday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is Heart to Heart Talk Radio with your host, Daniel Scranton. Join Daniel and his featured guests discussing a wide variety of metaphysical topics. Daniel channels the Creators, the Hathors, Ophelia the Fairy, the Archangel Michael, and the latest, the Unicorn Collective. Daniel and his guests will take phone calls and questions, and it's sure to generate high-frequency discussions. You can learn more about Daniel on his website, danielscranton.com, and also on Facebook. Go to the Events tab on Daniel's website to learn more about Daniel's upcoming events. Daniel's guest on Monday is Andy and Jonathan Goldman. They will be discussing the power of sound and the power of your voice. The Goldmans are facilitating World Sound Healing Day on February the 14th, and they'll discuss how you can be a part of it. On Tuesdays at noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please join hosts Megan Krendelmeyer and Rachel Archelaus for Radio Inspiration, Expression, and Abundance for their show, Soulfulpreneur. Spiritual business specialists Rachel and Megan will bring you inspiring conversations with people who are living their soul purpose. Frequent guests include psychic mediums, channelers, coaches, artists, and authors. They end every show with psychic readings and business coaching. Your questions about your spiritual business or life purpose journey are welcome. Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, is the show that started it all, the Enlightenment Evolution Hour with host Rob Gauthier. Rob channels Treb on the first Wednesday of each month and will take callers' questions. And on the third Wednesday, we'll have special guests such as guest channelers and other metaphysical teachers. The other 2 Wednesdays are freestyle call-in shows to discuss whatever callers have on their mind. Tune in to Rob on Wednesday nights, and you can also find him at trebchanneling.com and on Facebook at the Enlightenment Evolution Network group page. Rob has 2 special announcements. On April 3rd to 5th, 2015, spend 3 days with Treb and Aradif in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina during the lunar eclipse. This is a 3-day workshop on channeling. Only 30 spots are available. And then on September 19th, TrebChanneling.com presents the Channel Panel, Awakening from Within. Channelers include Lee Harris, Sean Swanson, Daniel Scranton, Nora Harold, Wendy Kennedy, Brad Johnson, Sean Randall, and Rob Gauthier. This incredible live event is available in person and also on live stream. The cost of admission is $120 per day or $200 for both days, and on live stream, $50 per day or $100 for both. Go to TrebChanneling.com to purchase a ticket. Rob's guest on Wednesday night is the Reverend Robert Short of Cornwall, Arizona. He is a spiritual counselor and what some refer to as a UFO contactee and channel. His work began in 1952 when he was led by his extraterrestrial sources to Giant Rock, California, and the home to the famed UFO contactee George Van Tassel. Since then, Robert and his family have all undergone UFO second, third, and fourth type of encounters. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, join host Philip Malika with the Consciousness Evolution Hour. Join Philip and his special guests and co-hosts as they discuss the shift, ascension, timelines, metaphysical concepts, and the fifth dimension. Find Philip at the Consciousness Evolution 2.0 group on Facebook and also on YouTube. On Fridays, The Earth Experience with Kalina Angel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. The Earth Experience explores our soul's expansion through our human experiences on Earth. Kalina will help you navigate and expand through the exciting confusions that we are manifesting as new 5D beings. Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Victoria Vives Kuong hosts Earth Sky People Radio, living in harmony with Mother Earth and awakening to an intergalactic society, bringing to you greater awareness regarding starseeds and extraterrestrial life, living in harmony with one another and with Mother Earth and with life beyond the Earth, the transformative power of music, frequency, and sound, shamanism, ancestral wisdom, and the star nations, intentional communities, self-sustainable and regenerative living, and the Interstellar Alliance, or Planet Earth becoming part of an intergalactic society, and much, much more. See all the details at victoriavives.com/radio. On February 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific, the 3rd International Chanting for Peace and Laughter Worldwide Celebration with Victoria Vives Kuong and guests Rob Gauthier, Dwayne Hartman, Brad Johnson, Joy Miller, Kalina Angel, Goddess Gloria, New Earth Music with Misha Whirlwind, New Earth Tether with Gina Catoli, and many more are thrilled to be leading us in a session of sound healing, dance, and laughter. It's a free event for you to have fun while raising our collective frequency and contributing to the peace of the world. Go to victoriavives.com/peace and the number 3. On Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, is my show About Oneness. About Oneness is a radio program focused on celebrating the ongoing conscious awakening of our planet and a realization of oneness. The show for me is about integrating all of my experiences and following my highest excitement, which is tapping into the truth of the universe. If you would like to learn more about me, my upcoming guests, as well as see many videos of channeling teachings, you can go to aboutoneness.com. My show on the 15th of February will be a re-airing of my interview with my mentor and my spiritual mother, Caroline Hart, on EEN Network 2 on Saturday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. The Pied Piper and Texas Rebel hosting the show, Disclosure Now. Disclosure Now is the On the Edge of Our Seats show that covers all topics of disclosure, from the world's most famous and obscure UFO cases to cryptozoology, conspiracies, and all things that go bump in the night. Pied Piper started his journey in Michigan in 1993 as a preteen, seeing Bigfoot, and never can get enough in the investigating of all things paranormal. Texas Rebel is a wild Texas man who loves the same journey and has studied these same things for years. Join them as they cover all things in the human experience that just cannot be answered by anyone. And remember, you never have to miss any show on the Enlightenment Evolution Network 1 or 2. All shows are ready to listen to again immediately after they air on Blog Talk Radio on playback, or you can go to the Enlightenment Evolution Network YouTube page. Namaste, and back to the show.